in order to satisfy our wants, we need to have goods and services. So the goods and services needs to be produced. So our next topic is production. Now the production is the act of making goods and services, is what we mean by production. For example, in a cotton textile mill, cloth is produced by using different kinds of raw material like yarn, chemicals, etc. So, as per Adam Smith, production means the creation of material or tangible goods only. He restricted the scope of production when he gave such a definition that it is only the creation of material or tangible goods. Here he excluded the intangible goods or services from the purview of the study of production. Now this is a restricted material concept. But later economists, they gave a wider view of the production. In wider sense, production means the creation of utility, right? In wider sense, the production means creation of utility. For this, H. Smith says that production is the process that creates utility in goods. That means any activity that makes an object useful is called production. Such definition includes not only material goods, but it also includes various services such as the services of doctors, lawyers, teachers, hairdressers. Similarly, trading and transport services, they are also a part of this definition and they are regarded as part of production services. Production is not complete until the goods that have been produced have actually reached the consumers, right? So, utility can be added to an object in the following ways. So, you already have this concept in your class 10 book also. I'll just referring to the captions of these, that these are the various forms in which you can create utility. Form utility is there, then place utility is there, time utility is there, and service utility is there. By creating these kinds of utilities, you can create utility in any of the things, and thus production is done. So then we come to the factors of production. Now, factors of production, they are used to produce any commodity, right? Productive resources are known as factors of production. Now, according to Lipsey, resources used to produce goods and services are called factors of production. Now, the first factor of production is land. Land is the first factor of production, and land in economics means it is not only in the sense of soil, but is rather used in a wider sense. Land, as economists use the term, includes all those free gifts of nature such as land, forest, minerals, etc., which are commonly called natural resources, right? Second is labor, and labor is the human effort, both physical and mental, involved in the process of production. In everyday common practice, labor refers to the work done by the manual workers, that is like agriculturist laborers and factory workers. But as far as economics is concerned, labor refers not only to work done by manual workers like agricultural and industrial workers, but also to the mental work done by office clerks, teachers, doctors, ballet dancers, etc., right? Then third factor of production is capital, and capital is defined as the man-made or produced means of production. It consists of such things as machinery, tools, equipments, factory buildings, etc., which are all needed in future production, that is making other goods and services, right? It is important to note 2 points here. One, that capital is produced by human beings. It is not a gift of nature. And second, that capital is used as a resource to produce other useful goods or services. There's a fourth type of factor input also, which is known as entrepreneurship. An entrepreneur is the one who organizes production, takes important decisions regarding production, and bears the risk and uncertainty involved in production. For example, when a new firm is set up, someone must organize the new firm, arrange finances, hire employees, and undertake risk. That person is known as an entrepreneur. Now, there are certain characteristics or features of these factors of production. The first feature is that production is the outcome of cooperation among all the factors of production. That is, for producing any commodity, it is necessary to combine all the four factors of production. Second feature is, even though all the factors they need to be combined together, but there is no ratio proportion that in what ratio, in what proportion these factors need to be combined. For example, the production of handloom cloth requires a large quantity of labor and simple machine, while in a modern textile mill a large quantity of automatic machines but only a few workers. So what does it mean? It means that the ratio is not fixed, but all the factors must be combined in any productive activity. Then third is that it is the services of the factors rather than the factors itself that contribute to production. Again, for example, a labor helps in production by using his skill and knowledge, right? Then next is that there is a physical existence of all the factors of production. That means they are tangible resources, something you can see, touch and handle. And then the demand for these factors of production is a derived demand. We can understand it with the help of example. It refers to the fact that when firms demand a factor of production, they do so not because that factor input gives direct satisfaction to the firms, but because that factor inputs enables them to produce a good which consumers desire to purchase. And lastly, the mobility, that is, they do not have the same mobility. Mobility refers to the ease, that is the convenience with which a factor can move from one employment to another employment or from one place to another place. In general, labor and entrepreneurs are more mobile as compared to land and capital. This is all for the characteristics of factors of production.